Today we're going to be looking at MangoHUD for Linux. MangoHUD is an overlay that displays useful information such as frame rate. We can use MangoHUD to capture FPS over time and output this to a file. Per AMD's recommendation for optimal, this is a 90-second measurement where 5% of the worst FPS needs to average 60 or higher. I know a lot of people just use the average FPS, but it's completely useless. My average FPS usually needs to be 90 or 100% to achieve a 5% low 60 FPS. Let's go ahead and open up the website. We just type in MangoHUD here into Google. There's a Discord if you have any questions. After you've downloaded, compiled, and installed, there's several different methods to get MangoHUD to work. My preferred method with Proton is using the user settings and add the MangoHUD and the MangoHUD _config environment variables. There's our 90-second log duration and the name of the file that it's going to output to. There's going to be a date at the end of the file. This only works for DXVK or Vulkan. It doesn't work for OpenGL. If you have OpenGL or a non-Proton game, then you have to add it as a launch parameter. Go ahead and open up Steam. The game that we're going to be using for the test is Kingdoms of Amalur. We'll just take a moment. I have a 7200 RPM HD. And it's on an NTFS partition. So as you can see in the upper left-hand corner, it shows the overlay. That means you know it's working. Let's go ahead and click on continue. I'm gonna press F2 to begin the benchmark. As you can see in the upper right-hand corner, it now says logging. Try to die. Health potion there. Usually scenes with lots of action or things happening on the screen are perfect for benchmarking or taking measurements. Okay, so now that we're done, we can go ahead and go open up the file. I use GNumeric. You can use anything, any spreadsheet program such as Google Sheets. I'll do the same thing. So go ahead and sort the measurements. So there's 900 measurements taken because each measurement is 100 milliseconds. So you take 900 and multiply this by 0.05. And that gives us 45 measurements. So that's our worst 5% FPS. highlight 45, and give the average. So the average is 58.7. So technically, per AMD's recommendation, this would actually be marginal performance because it didn't achieve 60. So one of the things you can do is turn off VSync. This helps a lot in a lot of cases, and you should not be getting screen tearing anyway. Go ahead and take another measurement. As you can see, our FPS is now unlocked. Now, if you have a 144 Hz monitor, your 5% would probably be 144. Otherwise, you're underutilizing the screen. If you can only output 30 FPS, such as 4K, then your 5% should be 30. Now, if VSync doesn't work, usually lowering the FOV is the next big step. Otherwise, things like shadows and post-processing or view distance. Let's go ahead and Alt-Tab, check out the new benchmark. Same as before, just sort the first column. And average the worst 45% measure. As you can see, it's 103, so that's perfect now. That's actually pretty high. But it's over 60, so technically that would now be considered optimal. Normally, you want to get it to be 60, or around 60 or 60 and just a little bit above maybe 60. But you don't want 26. 26 means there's a lot of stuttering going on. Hope you found this video informative. Feel free to leave any comments below and fly safe.